And good morning, everybody. And thank you for coming early today. I know yesterday quite a number of people had a lot of fun. I'm told some were very brave enough to even go on the, on some of the roller coasters in the rain. So I congratulate those and I thank you for coming. Now, as I was walking in this auditorium, I came across a phrase which says that music is the domain in which man realizes the present. And as I looked at that phrase, I thought, I would want to add that accountancy is the domain in which we create the future. We create a future that has opportunities for our children. We create a future where governments are more accountable, make use of resources better. We create a future where the private sector operates as it should, and where our economies, our countries are stronger because of the work that we do as the accounting profession. And in creating this future, we do require strong PAOs. Strong PAOs who can better support their members who serve either in the public sector or in the private sector. Stronger PAOs who can support their governments to be more accountable, who can support the private sector in implementation of standards. And that is why, for me, this session is apt, because this session shows what are the initiatives that are being taken to strengthen PAOs around the world. I will be speaking on the perspective of IFAC, and more specifically, the work that the PAO Development Committee has been doing around the world. Now, the PAO Development Committee has 3 key goals. The first is raising awareness on the importance of PAOs to various stakeholders, raising awareness on why do we need to support PAOs. The second key goal of the PAO Development Committee is to encourage sharing of knowledge. We realize that PAOs are at different levels of development, and PAOs they face similar challenges. And as a committee, we try and bring together different PAOs to talk about the challenges that they're facing, how have they addressed these particular challenges, what are the lessons that can be learned, what are the lessons that can be taken back. So we hold various knowledge-sharing events. The third area where we work as a committee is the area of enhancing development partnerships. As a committee, we recognize there's a great need to develop the profession. And to be able to do this, to develop the profession, you need huge amounts of resources. We estimate that we need about $100 million to adequately develop the profession. And we therefore need to partner with our development partners. We need to engage with them so that they understand why should you support PAO development. So those are the 3 key goals of the committee. One of the other things that the committee also does, and IFAC in general does, is to publish various tools and guidance. Those are just examples of some of the documents. If you go to the IFAC website, you'll come across very many tools that have been developed to help support PAOs, and we encourage PAOs to go to the website, get access to those particular tools, and make use of them as you address some of the challenges that you face. There are various initiatives that we've worked on as a PAO Development Committee. One of the initiatives that we are very proud of, both at the PODC and at IFAC, is what we refer to as MOSAIC. MOSAIC stands for Memorandum of Understanding to Strengthen Accountancy and Improve Collaboration. And this is a memorandum that was signed in 2011. There are now 13 signatories. And the idea was to bring together development partners, to bring together IFAC, so that we could have a collaborative approach to strengthening the profession. We could have a coordinated approach so that you don't have funds going to the same region or to the same PAOs, whereas those funds could be better utilized in different ways. It would also, the memorandum also helped us to get a better understanding of what are the development needs, what are the challenges that are being faced. So the Mosaic, the ultimate aim of the Mosaic is to ensure that we collectively contribute to economic growth and we reduce poverty. Because at the end of the day, we as an accounting profession must have an impact at where the people feel it the most. And where the people feel it the most is if we reduce poverty, if we ensure that we share our wealth and distribute our wealth equitably. So Mosaic has had 3 significant successes over the years. The first of this is what we call the Global Development Report. This report was funded by 4 of our partners: the African Development Bank, the Asian Development Bank, the Inter-American Development Bank, and the World Bank. And what this report did was it looked at each of the regions of the world to try and identify what are the development needs, the PAO development needs, what are the challenges that are being faced in the accounting profession, and how can these challenges be best addressed. As a result of this report, we were able to have 10 key findings. I will not go through all of them, but essentially it identified the areas where PAO development could be supported. So if you're a development partner, you'd be able to know this is the area where I can come in and support. If you're a PAO, it also lists for you what are the key success factors when you're trying to build capacity as a PAO. The other key success factor under the Mosaic initiative is the Mosaic website. This has been developed with the kind support of the World Bank, and we're through with phase 1 of that website. The website provides a one-stop shop where you can get information about PAOs around the world. You can get information about the development partners, what their priorities are. The website also has various resources that have been sourced from all over, all kinds of PAOs. And I would encourage you to visit the website. It's www.mosaicdevelopment.org. As PAOs, please make use of that website. Encourage your members to also visit the website and make use of that website. There's very useful material on that website. Secondly, we also encourage you to help us populate the website. If there are resources that are not on the website, please ensure that you submit this so that they can also be included in the website. If as a PAO you've done research work, we encourage you to also put them on the website so that you can share that knowledge with other PAOs. The third key initiative or success under the Mosaic initiative is what we are referring to as a PAO capacity building program. IFAC has received funding from the UK Department for International Development, DFID, to support PAO development in DFID partner countries. This is a program where will run for 7 years. It's about US dollars around 8 million or around 5 million pounds. And it's a program that I like to call a game changer, because we will be targeting the least developed countries. We'll be trying to strengthen, build capacity, and the lessons from that will help us to further build capacity in the profession. And DFID came on board because of the work of Mosaic, because of the engagement, the continuous engagement, and the fact that we were able to show as IFAC the link between when you have a strong PAO in a country, you are able to have good quality, high quality financial reporting. You are able to contribute to economic growth. You are able to ensure that aid that flows into that country is utilized effectively. As the PAO Development Committee, we see when you're undertaking PAO capacity building, you need to focus on 3 key areas. One is relevance. As a PAO, you have 2 dual duties. One is to serve your members. At the end of the day, your members are paying you subscriptions. They expect service from you. But also, we are a profession who must work in the public interest. So the public is also looking at us to be the voice of the voiceless, to speak out when there are injustices, to speak out when there's corruption, to speak out when there's lack of accountability. Governments are looking to the profession to speak out and advise them. How can they be more accountable? How can they make better use of their resources? So as an organization, as a PAO, you must focus on, yes, both member services, but also how do you ensure that you engage with your stakeholders, with government, with the public. The other thing as a PAO that you must focus on is sustainability. You must have financial sustainability, strategic sustainability, the capacity within the PAO to be able to adequately support members. The third key pillar of capacity building for a PAO is obviously the area of standards, adoption of standards, providing support for implementation of standards, looking at the qualification framework. Who are you letting into the profession? You are only as good as the people you let into the profession. Those you've let into the profession, you ensure that you address their competencies, etc. So as a PAO Development Committee, those are the three key areas that we look at when we are building capacity of PAO, or trying to support capacity building of PAOs. As I conclude, what does the committee intend to do in the future? We will continue to support and to strengthen PAOs, continue to provide support. We want to continue gaining better understanding of what are the success factors that contribute to PAO strengthening. How can we work better with governments? How can we work better with regulators? How can we work better with PAOs? And making sure that that information is availed, shared across PAOs. Sharing of good information, working with regional organizations is something that we will continue to do. And of course, we must continue to enhance partnerships with the development communities. As PAO development committees, we also want to understand what is happening in the other boards and committees of IFAC. So with that, I would want to say thank you.